All right, so I want to get real here for a second. Real. It's real to be serious and to be sad. Um, it's not really real. All right, I want to get honest for a second and say that today was a struggle. There was no reason, and in fact, if anything, I had a reason to be happier today, but I just felt a lot more of an oppressive feeling and a feeling of doubt and anxiety and concern that things aren't going well or they're not going to go well. Mostly, let's be honest, it's around my job, but also moving overseas and taking the kids and having them make friends and just basically everything about life. And I think that is so funny. And there's a really good concept that I like that is about how to determine whether or not something is legitimate, like whether or not a fear is legitimate, is to ask if it is actually tied to anything specific, anything in reality. Because if not, then it's one of two things. Number one, you really do know the future, but this is the negative voice speaking to you, because if it was the positive voice, it would know the future and it would be telling you what you should do to avoid this negative future. Or option number two, you have no idea what's happening and there's just this negative sinking feeling and it doesn't mean anything. So either way, it's not a good one. That doesn't really stop me from having it. And I'm trying to pinpoint if there's anything that I can learn, anything that changed, other than, like I said, the tides of life that are very interesting. And I really like that analogy. I think that that's very true, that just like you have waves and you have tides. So the waves are the small things and the tides are the big things. And honestly, today, maybe it was just kind of a wave going out a little bit because there was absolutely nothing wrong. The tide definitely is not going down. It just didn't feel as good. And I honestly don't know where those feelings come from. I ate pretty healthy today. I exercised in the morning. I was positive. I did my work. I guess, no, it's just doubts. Honestly, it's just doubts creeping in. It's saying, hey, Joe, why are you wasting your time on doing this 30-day video and on making these YouTube videos, especially since they're not very good looking and you just now discovered how to set your video camera so that it would autofocus on you, which is true. And so I'll have thoughts like that, or thoughts like you should be using your time for better stuff. Right now, it's not realistic for me to be the type of dad that I want to be and support Megan in the way that I want to and everything, and work and set up my life in the way that I want to and work full time. So this kind of work is the work that I can do. And I don't think that it's a bad kind of work by any means, by any stretch of the imagination, but yet it just makes me wonder if it's really going to work. So I guess the theme for this video today is that no matter what you do and how hard you try to be positive, you're going to have times that are down, that you're going to have times where you feel down. And I would right now call to memory Eckhart Tolle's advice of accepting the present. The present moment does not have to equal the future. And just because you accept what's going on right now doesn't mean that you have to like it or want it to continue or not take movements to stop it in the future. It just means that right now, this is your life. And every single one of the myriad things that have happened in the universe up until now have all put you right here, right now, where you are. So there's no sense in being upset about that because, well, I guess if you believe in any kind of destiny, then there's nothing more, there's no better way to think about destiny, I guess, than that. But even if you don't believe in any kind of destiny, again, putting yourself in a negative state and allowing yourself to stay in a negative state is, other than motivating you to get out of it, being in a negative state can provide you the motivation that you need to, or that you may want to take some action. But when it comes time to say, okay, what action am I going to take? The negative state and the negative voice is not going to tell you, it's not going to give you reliable actions to take. It's going to, if anything, make you feel like there's nothing you can do and you're stuck and all that kind of stuff. So it is very worthwhile to, simultaneously accept when things are not good, but also say, okay, but how do I want them to be and what can I do to get them to be in a better state? And right now for me, the thing that I could do to get me in a better state is to make some money online. I really like that just came to me because, frankly, I have been really struggling trying to figure out what to do, and I want to have something that's meaningful. But you do need to make money, and I know that, and that's never been a surprise. And actually, the way that I can do what I'm doing right now is because I'm in a position where I have earned money. I've spent time earning money, and now I can pursue some other things that I want to pursue. But perhaps the way to help me to stop worrying about things is to just make some money while I'm still doing this. So it's a little bit of a struggle. I'll figure it out. But anyway, that's it for now. Okay, see ya.